Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay and today I'm going to be looking at the Imperial Specialist. Now you might be wondering why, because we've not had the article, and that is because Crabok, I don't know if anybody else got it before Crabok, but Crabok I believe ordered it from the FFG website and he got it on Monday. What was that, yesterday? So we've essentially got everything from the Imperial. He's taken pictures and that kind of thing. However, I'm not actually going to show those pictures. I'm just going to read through it because I haven't asked him and I don't want to use his stuff without permission, especially as a fellow YouTubing kind of guy. What I will do is I'll link his video where he unboxes it, and if you want to go and have a look and physically see it yourself, then that's fine. But what I'm just going to do here is I've got it up on my screen. I'm just going to read it out and then talk about my thoughts on it like that. So the things that we didn't really know, the main things were the command cards, and I'll just literally read them out. So the 3-pip is called Coordinated Fire. It's 3 core units, or not trooper units. It's Imperial only. And after a friendly core unit spends an aim token, another friendly unit at range 1 to 2 may gain 1 aim token. Now that could be really strong with somebody like Vias, who's pumping out aim tokens naturally, and then you just chain some aim tokens down the line. That could be very sweet. Now there is a bit of a question whether or not you can spend an aim token and not actually re-roll any dice in case you roll all hits, although I think the chance of that happening is probably quite small. I believe the aim rule actually says you can roll up to 2 dice, 0 being up to 2 dice. For me, I believe you probably could spend it and not roll any of your dice. All in all, I think that's an interesting 3-pip. I could see me taking that quite often. I really like, especially if you're taking a Vias list, I could definitely see me throwing that in. Just chaining those aims along the line, pretty sweet, I think. So an interesting card for sure. The 2-pip is called Pinned Down. Now this is 2 support or heavy units. I think that's similar to the Rebel one, except this is obviously the Imperial one. And it's after a friendly support or heavy unit performs an attack against a unit with a face-up order token, you shuffle that token back into its order pool. Now that's a very interesting maneuver. It basically means you can let's say you can stop your opponent being able to have control of the team by using that, because let's say you've got an ATST with 4 weapons and you shoot 4 different units that have all got order tokens. It's like boom 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 boom, you've now got to take them off the board and put them into your stack. Yeah, I think that's interesting. And possibly very useful. Now there's not actually too much that we didn't know. The only thing that we possibly didn't know is points costs. I think we already knew covert operations, covert observation, which is the 1-pip, which is 1 special forces or operative unit, and you can look at 2 of your opponent's command cards, which I don't think is that strong. You can normally assume what they've got. But it is the Imperial Com Technician, which gives you the com upgrade. That's 10 points. Fair enough. Got no problem with that. The Medical Droid, so the one that heals people, not the I think it's called the FX9 Medical Droid. That's 19 points. I believe the Rebel one is 18 points, and I was thinking about this on the drive to work. It sort of makes sense that it's 19 points rather than 18 points, 1 point more expensive, because the infantry on the Imperial side is more expensive. So if the cheaper this card was, the more value you would more likely get just by default. So I think it sort of costed into that, and that's a trend that continues. Oh, I need to correct. The Rebel Imperial officer is 20 points, pretty much the same as what we already knew. But the next interesting one for me is the R4 Astromech Droid, which again, it's all heal 1 or treat 1, capacity 2. This is repair 1, capacity 2. It's a non-combatant. And instead of being 8 points like the Rebel version, it's 9 points. And I think that's because, they're going to have the tank and the ATST. Their vehicles are possibly worth more, and therefore they're pointing these cards as being more. The Com Relay is still in the upgrade. You get stats 5 points. We've seen that before, and I think that's literally everything that we didn't know, and the points for them. So it's very it's interesting that people are getting that before the reveal article. I think, if I'm honest, I think FFG possibly should have just released both the articles last week, maybe on Thursday and Friday. It's a bit weird to have people getting them before, before they're widely available. Obviously, Crabbox got it and posted pictures. And he's got his video, which I highly recommend. It's an unboxing. He's also unboxed the Rebels. You should go check that out. As I said, I'll leave a link in the description below. I might be able to put it as an end card. We'll see. But essentially, what have we learned? Well, the treat droids are 1 point more. Fine. The 3-pip is 3 core units, and then when a unit spends a name, any core unit within 1 to 2 can gain a name. I like that. I think that's potentially, if you take a really strong gun line, like just 60 LTs or something, you could really do serious damage with that card. Maybe play it like turn 2 and just have aims across the board. Pop Vias first, aim 1 core unit, aim somebody else, and then just chain the aims as you go along. Because it's all core, you're going to be able to control the order you do them. So, yeah, I like that card. The 2-pip I've forgotten already. That's how interesting it is. It's the heavy support and thingy one. Yeah, well, and that gets rid of the order token. It's one of those things like, situationally, it could be really strong. Maybe against like a Leia, and it's like, after you activate Leia, you can activate somebody with a face-up order token, and you get rid of that order token before Leia goes. Like, potentially, I would maybe throw it in. I don't know, I'd be stronger than ATST with like Arsenal 4. I really like that as an idea, but really, I'm not. I think the 3-pit's my most interesting one. I think I might prefer the Rebel ones a little bit more, but I'm not trying to do a direct comparison. The droids, we said 1 point more. That makes sense. I think when you just look at it at a basic Stormtrooper level, a Stormtrooper is 11 points instead of a Rebel Trooper, which is 10 points. So if you're healing that back for the same price, you instinctively have a win, which they obviously don't want to do. So they've upped it by a point, and obviously they'll be balanced in different ways, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I won't be doing another talk about this. I realise I've not been able to show you this, and that's just out of respect for Crabbox. I do suggest you go watch his video. I don't know him well enough really to just DM him quickly and be like, yo, I use your pictures, bro. Because I always talk like that in DMs. That's the way I talk. Yo, I use your pictures, bro. That's a non-specific accent. I'm not doing a specifically bad accent there. But yeah, so I'll probably leave that now. I will probably just skip the specialist. Nope, I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to make that different. That's going to be a different video, so I don't want to throw it on the end of this one. That'd be a waste. Don't like this video. I just wanted to come on, talk about it briefly. I know I've not shown it, but hopefully you understand that I don't have enough to talk about it. I don't have enough to show, but I wanted to talk about it because otherwise people already know it. People are yapping about it on Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and wanted to have my 2 cents. So, but if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do consider that. Please also consider supporting me on Patreon. Somebody in the Discord was like, how many Patrons would it take to get you to go to Gen Con and probably get the Clone Troopers? I'm like, way more than the people who probably watch this channel. But yeah, any little help does help there, and I do really appreciate it. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you've not minded not showing you anything. Hopefully you understand the reasons. But other than that, guys, I do hope you have a most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And goodbye.